Tell me, guys, what do you think of the audio before we start, before we go live? What do you think of the audio? Is it better now? Okay, looks clear enough. Is the audio better now? Okay, so I'm waiting for Priscilla. Priscilla, type hi. Henry the Great, how are you doing? So the live video is about a story of a young lady, a 10-year-old, who was run over by a church member's car. And the mother feels very bad because, like I said, she'll tell us her story. Okay, so Prissy here. That's your face on the t-shirt? Yeah, that's Daddy Free's face.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, how are you doing? First of all, let me start by saying my condolences. It's really sad that you have such a beautiful child, because I saw her picture, and then all of a sudden, no more. So what exactly happened? Tell me the story from wherever you think you're comfortable telling the story.
I don't even know where to start from because let me first of all show you the picture. This is Davina.
Wow.
So she's 10 years old. She was an angel. When I say an angel, so smart and intelligent. It all happened February, 9th of February. 2 weeks time would be 1 year Davina passed away. She was coming back, yeah. Actually, she has two siblings, Daniel and Divine, and then she's my last. Daniel is 15, Divine is 14, and she's 10. They were coming back from school on that fateful day. My house is just a block away, so approximately like 500 feet away from the house. They walk to school. Actually, they're entitled to school bus, but because of the proximity to the house, they cannot get, it's just a walking distance, like 3 minutes walk. So they walked to school and come back home. That fateful day, they were walking back from school. And this lady, a Nigerian lady, fellow Nigeria, I'm in New York, just to say hello to everyone and then to let you know details about what happened. Sorry, I'm trying to find where to start from. The lady, her name is Iyabo Agame Messi. She's a fellow Nigerian.
Agame Messi, you say?
Yes, Messi, Iyabo, yes. She's from Edo State, Isha to be precise. I'm from Delta. And
wow.
yeah, and the funny thing is, she is a fellow church member. We attend the same church, Winners Chapel, New York.
Wow.
We live in the same neighborhood. It's in Queens. If you know New York very well, we live in the same neighborhood, Queens, Far Rockaway, Queens. Now, on this fateful day, I was actually at work when they called me that, oh, there was an accident that happened. I actually have a notification when anything happens and I get the notification. And there was an accident. I didn't, because I'm like, it's not even possible. I can't even imagine that my kids were involved in the accident because the school is just by my house. But the supermarket is directly opposite, like adjacent to my house. So this lady, it's a learner. She just bought her car, went to, I don't know if she went to driving school or whatever, but she was coming out from the parking lot. My kids were on the other side of the road, on the walkway, with every other person walking, going back and front. She comes up from the parking lot, rather than making either a left or a right turn, she slams right across the street to the other side of the road, to the building on the other side. My kids were walking by. I picked Davina and pinned her to the wall, and the building collapsed. She died on the spot. So first I thank God, Daniel, my other children were not involved in the accident, but my daughter died on the spot. This is a girl that I've raised single-handedly. By God's help, I have 3 kids. I'm a single mother of 3. I brought them. I actually relocated them to the U.S. 4 years ago, 2018, June to be precise. I relocated them to the U.S. Davina is full of life. Like, the same month she died, she was to celebrate her birthday in April 8th. But the thing now is, I feel so sad, broken, because for months I couldn't even function. Like, I lost my I couldn't even do anything. But my own the thing that shocks me more is that a fellow Nigerian like me, from the same church, from the same community, kills let me not use that word, I'm sorry, took the life of my daughter and didn't feel no concern, no remorse, no message, no condolence, nothing whatsoever. And up till this minute I'm talking to you, Daddy Freeze, I've not even seen the lady that killed my daughter, that took the life of my daughter, sorry. I have not seen the lady with my eyes, the lady that took the life of my daughter.
What did you say her name was?
Her name is Iyabo Mercy Ararome.
Iyabo Mercy Ararome. Iyabo would like you to reach out to us so we can hear your side of the story. But if what she's saying is the truth, to be honest, I'm a bit worried. 1 year. Now, with all the America justice for everybody, justice, what exactly is going on? How come you haven't gotten any justice?
Okay. When the incident happened, a lot of lawyers were contacting me to handle the case and all that. But the minute they discovered that she's not documented, I mean, she has no papers here in the US, and she has nothing. Like, there's no assets. Even the Jewish lawyer that picked up my case, the Davina's case, dropped it at some point because he said there's nothing to go after. She has no driver's license. She has no insurance. She has nothing, no house, no assets. So a lot of them declined.
How do you live in a country and have nothing to tie you to that country?
Well, there are a lot of people that live here without documents, so it's not. It's actually not a new thing. Like,
No, but this is not right. This is not right. Because they do it doesn't make it right. This absolutely doesn't make it right.
she has nothing. So most of the lawyers,
But how
they are.
come in America, if she has nothing, she'll come back home then?
There are a lot of people here that don't have papers. They can't come back home.
Doesn't she know the way to the airport, or she does not have ticket money?
No, it's not about ticket money that they face. If they leave, they cannot step back in the US. So rather
So,
than them leaving, they get stuck here till they get their papers.
now wow, now wow.
Yeah. So
Oh,
the painful part of the thing is the church, under the watch of the church, under their watch, a fellow member took the life of another member because Davina was a member. My daughter was a member of the church. She was in the children's unit. And they did nothing about it. They never even told the lady, oh, maybe she's a baby, she doesn't know what to do, to reach out to the family where she took the life of an innocent child. My daughter was not crossing the road. She was not in any way at fault. She was walking on the sidewalk where every other passerby was using the pedestrian. But she goes, taking another life and moving on like nothing happened, like it's a piece of furniture, like it's so
hmm. Your audio has gone. Okay.
I can hear you.
I'm listening to you.
My daughter was innocent. She took the life of another, a baby
Hmm.
with so much stars. My baby just few months after that, she got even an award from the New York State Art Museum. Her artwork was picked and displayed at the museum, but she wasn't there. She wasn't there to even receive her awards. She bagged a lot of honor rolls, and she was even picked as the because she was in the elementary. She was to go to the middle grade. She was picked as the best to coordinate even their graduation, but they didn't
Oh,
allow her leave.
I'm trying to Google this lady that you said was.
Pulled down everything that they freeze. She pulled down the minute the incident happened. He pulled down all her accounts of social media just not to be able to be reached. I've actually, from the police report, I went to the location where she lives because she lives right close to my house, but she already moved. So as we speak, I don't even know where she is. She never reached out to me. She never reached out to my family. She never even reached out from the church, using the church maybe to reach out. Maybe let me assume she's scared of her life or whatever. But she never even through the church reached out to me or write a letter or send a message or send a text or send a mail to my address or send even a cat or a dog to deliver her message, to even say sorry. That is freeze. In Nigeria, if someone hits someone else's car, just a car that is material, would they move on like nothing happened? Talk more of taking someone else's life, and you feel okay. 2 weeks from now, I'm actually right now, I'm so broken because I look at it like in 2 weeks I'm marking the memorial service for my daughter Davina with no justice, because I'm not maybe the president's daughter, or because the system here, maybe we're not white, fellow blacks, so they just treat it as such. And even the church, she goes to the church to even take welfare, and the church did nothing. They don't even play a role to say, oh, okay.
It's too sad. It's too sad. It's too sad. It's too sad.
I don't even know what to say.
Of the church, maybe we can hear from him.
Yeah, my pastors, I've not even gone there for a while because I can't even imagine stepping my leg inside the church because the thought of it is too heavy for me. His name is Pastor Timothy, as in Timoteu, not the Y. Timothy Ario, Living Faith Church, New York. I reached out to the pastor.
Yeah, I would like to hear from you. What exactly is going on, and why hasn't this mother gotten judgment? Is there anything you can do to facilitate this? Is there a cover-up, in your opinion?
I think there's a cover-up. In my opinion, I think there's a cover-up. The church now, I see it as a business. I see churches now as business. I see it as just some scam. I'm sorry to say. Because a situation where a fellow church member kills another member and the church does nothing about it. And then I spoke to the pastor. I even called him last week. It's over a year, and I reminded him, I said, do you know it's over a year Davina passed on? He started begging me, oh, Priscilla, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't reach out. It's my fault. Even the wife joined on the phone and started apologizing that if I want, this was his words, that if I want, he will bring the woman to me. And then I asked him, if I want, if it's your daughter or your sister's daughter that, they take the life of your sister or your sister's or your daughter, is that what you're going to say? Is that how you're going to treat it? Like they cut a wound, and not just cutting the wound, they pour pepper and salt on the wound. I at least expected, because I'm a bona fide member of that church, Living Faith Church. In Nigeria, I got my baptism there. I did my BCC course there, which is the beginner's course. I did my LCC there in the same church. My house, I used my house as a home cell at some point before I left for Nigeria. I was one of the home cell leaders. That was even in 2008, 28, 29. 2009. So I don't know when she started the church here in New York. I guess they know her better than I do. Probably she came here before me, but she wasn't documented. So maybe the reason for the politics, I don't know. But like I asked the pastor, when I asked him, if that is being done to, that treatment is melted to your own sister, or even your own son. You are a father. If they do that to you, how would you feel? My other kids, especially my first daughter, Divine, was Davina's best friend. Both of them used to dance. I could share the videos. They do this TikTok dance and stuff. Since then, the family has not been the same. And my son always asked me, said, Bobby, because he just started learning how to drive. And then he said, so is it okay for anybody to just, out of ignorance, because she knew she doesn't know how to drive? As a matter of fact, that the phrase, this lady, there's a mechanic, there's a guy that, let me call him a mechanic as a Nigerian user. He used to service her car. He's close to my house. I know him very well. His name is Charlie. He told me, he came and said, I told this lady not to start driving yet. You're not strong in driving yet. Like, you're not stable driving yet, because she has crashed into a wall before now, before this incident. I want her not to drive, at least, give it more time for her to, learn how to drive properly and stuff before driving. But the reason why she'll head on driving, putting people's life at risk, taking my 10 years old girl, my baby. And nothing is being done. But the truth is, I've not even seen with my eyes the lady that took the life of my daughter. Is 1 year. 1 year.
Oh, man.
If you put her name on Google, you will see it. You see the incident. You even see you see the accident, how it happened.
My spirit get the mind too. No. This is so wrong. This is every shade of wrong. Now, what happened to her own life? Does she have any children? Is she married?
No, she's not. Perhaps that's the reason why she played, she's not married. But I heard she's pregnant. She just have a baby now. I think weeks ago or so.
Oh,
she has her own baby.
Her own baby, Abby.
Yeah.
A lot of people are tagging the pastor. Apparently, some people know him from New York. Have you gone through therapy, counseling, anything like that?
I was. I actually couldn't function for months because I had to relocate. I had to go to with my kids, Daniel and Divine, to Texas, Dallas. The pastor there, Pastor Nathaniel in Dallas, Living Faith Church, Dallas. The guy is good. He was even against what they are doing in New York, and he's been following, checking up on me, on the kids and all that, but the ones here never did. The pastor, Timothy, he used to come the first weeks where the incident happened, and afterwards, everybody they just swept it under the carpet like nothing happened, and everybody moved on. Why my baby? Why my baby is?
It's okay, my sister. It's okay. It's okay. Try to be. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's really sad. Uh, uh, the American government needs to look at this case ASAP. Uh, it is unfair. You cannot say somebody did this and got away with it as in no consequence. No consequence. And then the person can't even come and say they're sorry. I struggle with this.
The Nigerian consulate, the ambassador, he reached out. He reached out to me. But justice is not. May I tell that? They did take no justice.
Wow.
My daughter, myself, my other kids, we cry for justice. If it was a politician's daughter that died, are they going to treat it the way they're treating it? Maybe it's because I don't know. I don't know.
This is extremely sad. Extremely sad.
Even the police officer, the detective handling the case, he called me one day and he said, "I'm so sad the way they're taking the case. I don't like it. In fact, it's abnormal. I don't know if you need to pray, I don't know if some voodoo is being melted or used here, but hey, that he's sorry, but nothing is being done. I should try to contact whoever or push further. But he's the one handling the case, but they're not pushing it. They're not doing nothing. And the case is supposed to be between the state and the lady, not me, because she's driving with a learner's permit with no driver's license. She's not licensed to drive. And if you have to drive with a learner's permit, you must have somebody with you in the car. That's what the law says. But she had nobody in the car. And her car was not even insured.
Who is this person? Are you sure that her car wasn't insured? Because now I'm getting angry. What's her name again?
Japa.
Yabo. Mercy.
Aharuwe.
Please, anybody went to school with her, can you please help us reach her? What's going on? Because the allegations are many. Only you know get.
I've been looking to even see her pictures.
Only you know Sabi drive. Only you know get paper. Please come and clear your name. I beg you in God's name.
Dr. Daddy Freeze, even to say sorry, if she actually came to say sorry, maybe I would have forgiven her. But it's 1 year. You move on like nothing happened, like you killed a rat or a lizard on the road or a piece of furniture and you move on with your life. It's unfair. It's just so unfair. She's supposed to charge with manslaughter, but I don't know.
That's very sad. That's very, very sad.
My son asked me the same question. If so, as he's learning how to drive, so it's permitted by law. Ignorance is permitted by law. So, he could hit someone and go scot-free. I didn't have an answer for that because obviously you will say, what did they do about my sister's case?
Hmm.
And she has her own baby now, and she's moving on with her own baby.
Is she married?
No, she's not married. She's
But
not
does she have
married.
a friend or somebody that we can beg to come and tell us what's going on?
I heard she moved in with her boyfriend. But I'm yet to track to even see where she lives. I'm yet to get to even see her pictures because she pulled down everything. She pulled down all her information on social media. She pulled everything down. Yeah. So I'm begging anybody that knows her that could give me even a picture. At least let me see the life. Let me see the face of the woman that took the life of my daughter. It's not too much. Let me even see the face of the woman that took the life of my daughter.
This is so sad. This is so sad. How did you find out the information you have about her?
I searched on there's this I downloaded the app where you could do get people's reports on Google, but it's more like for private investigators. So I paid online and then I was able to get her previous address. She was living in New Jersey. She moved from New Jersey and to New York. And then I was able to pull out her address. But she's no longer there. She moved since the incident. And though the police report also has her name, the police report, I have the paper at home. It has her name, it has her address on it. But even when they invited her, the DMV, that's the Department for Motor Vehicle, they invited myself and her, to talk about the case. This is not court case now. This is motor vehicle court because that's a different judge. But she never showed up. She did not show up. We waited for her for over 1 hour. She didn't show up. Even the judge, a female judge, she felt so sad. And she was like, "You mean this lady never reached out to you?" I said, "No." And she said, "And you are, she's a black, she's an African?" I said, "Not just an African, and a Nigerian. And not just a Nigerian, from my church."
From your
And
state, more or less.
the same thing even the judge asked, "So what did your pastor do?"
What's the name of this your pastor, Seth? Where is this your pastor?
That the freeze, church is now business, complete business center.
Okay.
Church is now a business center where they just go do. Is Pastor Timothy Ariyo. Ariyo. A-Y.
Pastor, please come and explain what's going on to us. Because if America does not have justice, we will find justice.
Yeah. I spoke to him. I told you I spoke to him last week now. The wife even was begging me. I was like, please, we're sorry. After I finished talking to them, that they are going to call for a meeting, church leadership meeting. They will hold a meeting and they will find time. They will find a way to come and see me. I'm like, so if I did not call, I've waited over a year. 2 weeks from now will make it a year. And nothing has been done. And you guys sit in the church to say you're holding 121 days fasting program. Who are you fasting to? Is it the same God?
Fasting. See them there. Fasting call. Slowing me.
Is it the
Please,
same
they
God?
stop with all these things. Not the only
I
fasting.
told him. I actually, Daddy Freeze, I told him, I said, leave me to express myself with all due respect. I had to tell him, I said, with all due respect, what you guys are doing there, you guys are a bunch of hypocrites. I really don't get it. I don't get it. And you call the church? What is the church supposed, the body is supposed to be for what? Business? Maybe it's in the days, back in the days that they had true churches, but that the freeze right now, church is a scam. Church they are businessmen. They are businessmen. If I was to be a Hindu or one other religion that was converted to Christianity, and this happens, I was born into Christianity, okay. But if I was a converted Christian, how is this going to how am I supposed to even look at Christianity? It's just so sad. That if you Google it, put Devina Afokoba, you will see the incident. You see it's all on the news. There's nobody in the New York that doesn't know about the news. It's all on the news. The TV station, it was on TV, it was all on the news. The New York Post, the newspapers, they had it. So I don't know. I don't know. She feels okay moving on with her life after taking another. God of vengeance, except the same God. I don't know, but I believe God is ever true and He remains who He is. God of vengeance is still on the throne. Churches might turn His house to some business centers, but He's still God. He's still who He said He is.
Church has never been His house. Church has never been His house. Our heart is His house. But when our heart is bad, when our heart is bad, the church is bad. It's not a building. The church is us. And I'm so disappointed to see something like this, to even hear of something like this. It's disappointing. It's disappointing.
I live each day. I live each day.
I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say, my sister. I don't know what to say.
Live each day, and I think I wish maybe it's just a story that my daughter would just come back from school. Her bag is still there. I look at it, I'm like,
Hey.
I don't know what bodies, I don't know what organizations or whoever, I don't know, maybe classmates or anybody that has a picture. At least let me see the life of someone that took the life, that heartless soul, that took the life of another and moved on like nothing happened. I know after this time, even the church or whatever, but I don't know, Daddy Freeze, please. Even all the bloggers, let them carry this. Let them find this lady. She can't be hiding somewhere and start raising her own child. She has a baby now, raising her own child and going undercover, whatever it is, and move on when you took someone else's life. You took someone else's
Stories
child.
all over social media. Stories all over social media. I can't believe justice was not served. This is
Justice was
America.
never,
America. Now,
justice was never served. And the truth, justice was never served.
This happened in New York. Those of you asking what state, this happened in New York. Oh. My darling sister.
I couldn't even recognize even my children when the incident happened. I was off for months. Completely off for months. But I can't even imagine that. I'm actually planning a memorial. I'm actually planning a memorial for Davina. Look at it.
Beautiful, just like you. How's your face?
Uh-huh. Her family, she has family, right? It's unlike us. It's truly unlike us. Nigerians do not behave that way. Africans actually have culture. It wasn't expected that you take the life of another person and move on like you don't care. We don't do that. Africans do not do that. We have culture. But this person seems to be heartless. She seems to be so heartless. Even in America, you can't kill somebody's dog, a dog, and move on. Or cat.
Okay, I'm sure the general overseer of Winners Chapel is unaware of this, and we would like to use this medium to appeal to him to intervene, to look into this matter, because it is bringing, I know they're very busy, but this is an opportunity for them to help somebody, because it's a really sad situation. It's really sad. Somebody say if not dog, the government go find you. Meanwhile, dog for Nigeria now swear they use and do. Human being no get worse past dog anymore. If not small dog now, they don't match them now. Hey, don't enter trouble. I know person with the deport on top saying in match dog with motor. But if she's undocumented, she might not come to the live. She might just be dodging up and down.
No, if she had maybe immigration issues, they're not going to hold you. She's not going to. She can walk freely. It's not like she's not free to move around. She was driving. So for her to even drive, no visitors like someone with a visiting visa can get a driver's license. But New York is a place for everybody. Like they're not very strict when it comes to certain like immigration laws and stuff. So some people that are not documented, they could move around freely. They could. So that's not an excuse. She can move around. Nobody you can even travel interstate. Before I had my papers, I could still move around. I could still travel to other states.
The passport
Sorry?
provide her. The pastor said he can provide her. Where is the pastor?
I didn't get his Daddy Freeze.
Your pastor said he can provide her. You said something along those lines.
Yeah. When I was talking to the pastor, I poured out my heart to him. I said, the church, that they didn't do nothing. And he started apologizing and said, if I want, he will bring her to me. The lady goes to the church to ask for welfare, and they give her welfare. I don't get it. She was in this same situation because they were still dragging on the case, and probably she couldn't go to work. She was going to church for welfare, and the church never, the unit or the church leaders or whoever, they couldn't tell her what to do, the right thing to do. The pastor himself, I heard it from the pastor. It's not like they told someone else told me.
Social media. What's his name on social media?
1 second. Let me.
Some people know him in fact, but I don't know.
Trying to get. Let me give. I don't really. I'm not really a social media person. So, but his name I could spell. Huh?
Tell her to get me something to.
You want me to share the picture?
Of who?
Of the pastor?
No. I want Instagram account.
His name is T-I don't know, but if you spell the name Timoteu, as in Timoteu, that's the Timothy. And then the last name is Ariyo. He's living Faith Church, New York. It's in Hempstead, Queens. So if you put in if you even type in on Google, Living Faith Winners Chapel, New York, pastor, you could see you'll see the flyers and the events and stuff. You'll see all the information on in there.
Oh, okay. I've seen him, Reverend Ariyo.
Yeah.
Okay. Shiloh Thanksgiving service. Encounter pre-Shiloh. Okay, pre-Shiloh and after Shiloh.
Yeah.
Okay. Resident Pastor, Winners Chapel International, New York.
And it is pastor churches that I don't know. God forgive me. Maybe I don't want to. I feel bad. Even my son, he used to be a prayer warrior. Like he likes to pray. He's been this prayer kind of person from cradle. But since this incident, like when I tell him, oh God, you just say, like he's so adamant, like reluctant to, because he sees it like he has asked me multiple times, mommy, you mean they just took the life of Davina just like that, and everybody sweeps everything under the carpet and nothing happened, and even the church did nothing, not to even tell the lady what to do, like, oh, go reach out to the family, say sorry, or even reach out to, if couldn't reach out to me, what about going to my people back home? How about sending a mail? If she was scared or whatever, how about coming with the police? How about coming with the cops? How about sending letters? How about sending a message? How about even just leaving a note on the front of my door, because we live in the same community? How about just leaving a note to say sorry? It's just so sad that churches churches has actually turned into something else.
Hmm. Okay, my sister. There's nothing we can do now but wait and hear what response they will give us.
That's if she's gonna come up. She's I don't know, somewhere enjoying herself and
I'm sure she's
living her life.
Don't worry. I can almost guarantee she's not enjoying herself.
Not enjoying herself. Okay. If you say so, that's great.
So, my darling sister, be strong. Everything will be okay. Okay?
Trying. I'm really trying. Not for me, but for my other kids.
Feel free to send me the DM to let me know any updates. And don't worry, I'm sure someone who knows her, someone who went to school with her, will reach out to her so we can get to the end of this. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Be strong.
I'll try. That's my daughter. I carry her everywhere I go.
The greatest pain a mother can go through. Greatest pain.
Davina was so full of life. At 10, she's just 10, but she's like a mother. I will go to work. Davina, at her age, she knows how to cook very well. Davina can make stew. Davina can make spaghetti. She can even cook soup, okra soup, which was her best. At age 10, she's very, very meticulous. If you see her arranging her stuff, her artwork is excellent. She was a star.
Okay, my sister.
Hey.
Let us wait for a response from them. Okay, let's see what can come up. I'll be in touch with you in the DM so we can pick it up from there. Okay. May God give you the.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Thank everybody.
Welcome.
Thank everybody for taking that time to listen to my story. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Hardest thing heard. Yeah. So sad. So everyone knows the lady involved or the pastor can help help her find closure, and the other siblings too. Please, God bless.